Done there and gets a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Roethlisberger forced out to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Now Ben on third and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back, and it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, 33 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do. Because ordinarily the safeties are there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak. They have a great opportunity here in the opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, their hated rival. That will make everyone feel better, not just the organization, but all the fans that surround them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Taylor on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Nowhere to get away, that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of...
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pushing his way through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Bell. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Todd Gurley taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss it. Field and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers making their way out is sort of an interesting offseason for them. You at times get the sense that there's not always complete harmony, but boy, when you get everyone together and that offense is humming, there's something to watch. He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A.J. Green, 88 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. That's Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down. Out here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a deep